beloved community where we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. Doesn't matter where you've come from, doesn't matter what you've undone, all that matters is you're here now. So keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here, all are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, we cover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you've undone, all that matters is you're here now. So keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Doesn't matter where you've come from, doesn't matter what you've undone, all that matters is you're here now. So keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here, all are blessed and a lesson to be. Beloved community, we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community. Doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what you've undone, all that matters is you're here now. So keep an open heart, let Spirit work it out. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here, all are blessed and a blessing to be. Beloved community, where we discover divinity, uncovering who we are in our beloved community.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa. I'm Russ Laguerre. I'm your assistant minister, and thank you to our wonderful band. And welcome back, Christopher. And thank you to Lawrence Edwards, one of our practitioners and trustees, for opening us up with that beautiful song. Life is a lot like bowling. The first time I went bowling, I was terrible at it, and almost every ball went in the gutter. But then I found out something really cool. You can put bumpers in those gutters, and that makes it a lot easier to learn. Well, those bumpers are a lot like boundaries in life. And I know I need those boundaries to help keep me on track. They help me to learn how I can go deep without feeling like I'm going too far. Whether you're in the room or you're watching online, please know you are welcome here, where we aspire to embody that depth by honoring inclusion, equity, and diversity. Now, please join me in reading out loud our mission. The Center for Spiritual Living is a spiritual community that promotes global transformation through personal transformation. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. We are motivated by a compelling global vision that inspires us to bring the gifts of compassion, integrity, and loving kindness to the world through our programs and teaching. Together, we are helping create a world that works for everyone. It's not always easy to create healthy boundaries. It's not like we get an instruction manual. And sometimes I find that my boundaries are either too strong or maybe not strong enough. So how can I know what's right for me? Well, that's why I stay tuned into my spiritual practice, because it helps me to look within. And within, that's where I find out what my healthy boundaries look like. And that's where I find balance. And you can discover this balance too with the 5 spiritual practices that we teach here at the center. And would you please read those with me? Spiritual study, affirmative prayer, meditation, selfless service, spiritual circulation. We would now like to extend a warm welcome to our first-time visitors. First-time visitors, would you please stand as you're able or raise your hand? We would love to bring you a flower and a welcome packet as a token of gratitude for you joining us here today. And if you're watching online for the first time, please let us know in the chat. We are so grateful to have you here. I know that somewhere in the music, the meditation, the prayer, the practices, and Reverend Siota's message today, you will find exactly what you need for the next step of your spiritual unfoldment. Please know you are very welcome here. Now, please enjoy some music before we spend our short time in silent contemplation and prayer.
As the wind blows, I let go. As the wind blows, I let go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go. As the river flows, I let go. As the river flows, I let go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go. As I breathe in, I let go. As I breathe out, I let go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go.
One, only one, but one that is everything, everywhere, always, infinitely and eternally, and holds all of it in a container of love and compassion and peace. Its depth knows no boundaries. Its light illuminates the world. And it is always right where each one is, spinning the planet, creating the seasons and day and night, running the rivers and holding the newborn of all kinds of life. It's right in this very moment, right in this sanctuary and online. And it is a love so deep that the beloved gives to its creation. It is here for us right now in this very moment. And today I bless the music, the message, the smiles that one congregant gives to another, the hugs, the ongoing blessings of science of mind and the tools that are used over and over to uplift, to guide, to direct, to know, to lean into what more we can experience and what more we can be. And I just bless every part of this service today, knowing that it is good and more good, and with the grace that is God-given, I sit in gratitude. And with that, I simply release this word. I give it to the power that's already made it so, and together we say, and so it is. Good morning. My name is Tamira Hume, and I'm a practitioner here at our center, and I'm going to invite you to read today's affirmation with me. Today, I enter into the consciousness of abundance and plenty, and so it is.
I tune in to the experts on all the TV shows. I read the books that tell me all the things that I should know. I ask my friends what they think of the things I'm going through. When no one has the answer, I know what to do. I listen for the whisper deep down inside. Listen for the whisper, a strong but gentle guide, with 1,000 different voices ringing through my ear. I listen for the whisper that only the heart can hear. The other voices tell me that I'm not good enough to win the peace of mind they say that I'm not worthy of. And though they shout so loudly, sometimes I can hardly think. I know where to turn to find the source of my strength. I listen for the whisper deep down inside. Listen for the whisper, a strong but gentle guide, with 1,000 different voices ringing through my ear. I listen for the whisper that only the heart can hear. The whisper holds the answer. It's up to me to ask. I wonder why so often the thing that I do last is listen for the whisper deep down inside. Listen for the whisper, a strong but gentle guide, with 1,000 different voices ringing through my
Reverend Siota Belle inspires people by being who she is. In my ministerial training, I attended a retreat where our project was to secretly follow one of our fellow students and then share their gifts with the class. And I got to follow Reverend Siota. And it was clear to me just how much her compassion and care shined through even before she was a fully minted minister. It's been a delightful coincidence then that I now work with her full time and get to witness the blossoming of that compassion and care as she guides our spiritual support ministry. Reverend Siota works diligently to ensure our congregation is well taken care of, coordinating and supporting our licensed prayer practitioners, speaking on Wednesdays, teaching classes, and being the presence of love for anyone who needs it. So it's my great pleasure to introduce you to Reverend Siota Belle. Would you please help me give her a very warm welcome?
Good morning. And I have to say, I am so very happy to be here with you. And what I'd like to start out with is a short affirmation to center ourselves. So I'm going to speak these 2 lines twice, and then I'll invite you to repeat them 1 line at a time after me. You ready? Yes. I honor the deep truth within me. I honor the natural boundaries that keep me safe and free. All right, here's the first one. I honor the deep truth within me. I honor the natural boundaries that keep me safe and free. Thank you for sharing that with me. Spiritual life is often described as an inward journey, that when we dive inward, we can uncover secret treasures. Yet depth without boundaries can sometimes become chaos, just as a river without banks can flood the lands, or a life without limits can easily be overwhelmed. My question this morning is, how do we live from the depths of our own truth while embracing the gifts that healthy boundaries bring? Now, that's a question I'm still working on in my own life. As a young woman, I was drawn to the story of Samuel Clemens, who later became known to the world as the author Mark Twain. And in the mid-1800s, he began work as an apprentice steamboat pilot, learning to navigate the Mississippi River. Around the same time, in my own life, I was just beginning my journey. And I was completely uncertain of what I was becoming, but I knew that I had a deep longing to create a life of meaning. And it was something in Mark Twain's story that helped me see a way forward for myself. Twain discovered that piloting the riverboat wasn't just about steering his vessel. He had to learn to read the river, its hidden depths, shifting currents, and even the secret channels. And in those days, the pilots measured the depth of the river by tossing out a weighted line that was marked off in fathoms. Each fathom was 6 feet deep. So 2 fathoms, 12 feet, meant safe passage for Mark Twain's steamboat. And when he would throw out the line and arrive at his calculations of depth, he would call out, "Mark Twain." And that call became his namesake. And it came to symbolize for me the wisdom of sounding our depths and finding the channel through which our power flows. In our spiritual life, depth is vital, yet knowing the channel is also essential. And from Mark Twain, I learned that if we don't take time to sound our depths, we're at risk for running aground. And we can lose ourselves in distractions or even the floods of our own emotions. And that's when I begin asking myself, where in my life am I being called to know my depth more clearly? And isn't it true that the world around us has its own lurking dangers, confusing currents, loud voices, shifting conditions, and then, of course, the conditions in our own life. If only life were as simple as tossing out a line, measuring our fathoms, and then moving along. We often think of boundaries as walls that restrict or limit us. But a river's banks are not there to punish the river. They shape its journey, focus its flow, keep the current steady, and the river and the banks work together to carry life downstream. Spiritual boundaries help us discover what we truly value and what we can commit to. And they support us in saying no to distractions or those behaviors that can sidetrack our journey. Back on the Mississippi, Twain had to watch for alligators, half hidden, half asleep, but always hungry, lurking on the banks. Now, in my younger years, I have to admit, I had lots of alligators lined up on my emotional and spiritual banks. Lack of gratitude, a feeling of powerlessness, a belief that life was unfair, and endless worry about all of this. My alligators, they waited to grab me, to wrestle with me, pulling me into reactivity and away from my steady purpose. Now, when I feel stuck, I ask myself, what is pulling me away from my own steady banks? I don't know about you. Is there anyone out there who has their own alligators? Even now, I must keep a close eye on mine. Living from our depths means allowing our truest self to guide what we say, what we choose, and how we show up in the world. It means letting Spirit shape our flow moment by moment. And boundaries safeguard what is most tender and most true for us. And they remind us, this is sacred. This is mine to honor. And this is the path I choose to walk. And when we live from this place, the river of our life flows steady and free, carrying us and all that we love forward to greater truth. Sometimes boundaries feel like limitations, and that can actually be a misinterpretation on our part, because sometimes those limitations are actually natural boundaries, because time moves in its own rhythm, and we must move with care to reach the places our heart calls us to. Energy has its own seasons that we can honor, and our precious bodies ask for rest, nourishment, and renewal. Relationships thrive when they have space and definition. Now, that was something I had to learn in my relationships and in my marriage. Giving space is often more powerful than holding on. And all of these are not barriers. They are healthy boundaries of wisdom and support. Sometimes limits, or what feels like limits, are just illusions, shadows that we have created with our own mind, and we build walls with our thoughts and our old limiting beliefs and past conditioning bind us to a smaller world, closing the door on possibility and our freedom to grow. Then there are those times, you know about those times, right? Then there are those times when our life changes suddenly. A job disappears unexpectedly. A relationship falls apart. A diagnosis turns life upside down, and something unnamed within us rises up and stirs like a restless tide. And we mourn those losses, our familiar shores, and we miss that comfortable life. You know, I thought for sure some of my safe harbors would hold me forever. Yet I remember the moment I had to walk away from a life I had worked years to build. It felt like failure at the time, because I didn't know This was Spirit creating a new channel for me. We can listen beyond the ache of loss for a deeper knowing to rise calm and clear. And Spirit's voice, sometimes our own voice, whispers, "This is not chaos. This is your river bending. A sacred rerouting is now underway." Endings can carry wisdom, and some boundaries that we once needed are now no longer true. And some limitations, they're actually invitations calling us to new channels, new depth, and new life. Always, Spirit is calling us to expand, to know more, to feel more, to be more, and to move ever deeper into the vastness of living, embracing the wholeness that flows through all of life. Of course, some limits are actually limits, and they are real, but others are illusions. And here's the great news. We can learn to tell the difference, and we can become our own guide, tuning in to the subtle currents within and learning to read the shifting flow of our river. Now, these are the steps that help me know the difference between my illusions and my own healthy boundary. Number one, breathe. And no matter how deeply you are used to breathing, breathe deeper still. Your breath is your first sanctuary, your steady boundary. It centers you, anchors you, and it reminds you you are here right now, and you are alive. In fact, let's all take a deep breath together right now. Number two, pay attention. Notice your thoughts. Are your thoughts clear channels, or are they actually blocking your flow? And you might ask yourself, what stories about myself and my life am I ready to release, to let go? Number three, embrace stillness. Stillness is not only the silence of the soul, it is also that powerful presence within. And when we quiet our minds, our deeper wisdom rises and Spirit speaks softly, deeply, and truthfully. Last of all, be flexible. As you go deeper, be like water, shaping and refining, yet never shattering, because flexibility can become our greatest strength. And you might ask yourself gently, where in my life am I being called to bend rather than to break. True depth is not found in constant striving or endlessly reacting. We find it in the quiet waters that honor our banks, where freedom and boundaries meet and dance and play as one. And so often, the walls that hold us back, they are not made of stone or circumstance. They're shaped from our own assumptions, and we become trapped not by reality, but by our own stories of scarcity, loss, and fear. Yet these walls do not have to be permanent. They are built of thought, and thoughts can change. And one of the most powerful truths we know in this community is that we can choose and change our thoughts. Through the ages, awakened hearts have whispered the deepest spiritual truth to remind us we are not locked in. We are not powerless, and you are not stuck. The door is already unlocked. Turn the handle, walk out, be free. In closing, what I've shared today is this. In quiet grace, we can honor the depths within and hold sacred the boundaries that shape our path. We listen, we learn, and sometimes we're going to lose our way, and still we return with steady hearts and tender care. We can choose our way, guided by Spirit. Please join me in prayer. As we turn within, remembering that there is only one creative power and presence, it enfolds everything that we know as the universe and all beings in its love, harmony, and balance. And it is this loving presence that makes us up and holds us in the most profound receptivity. As we affirm loving kindness and grace, that is what Spirit creates. As we create images of peace and harmony and balance, our thoughts shape the outcome of that deep, infinite flow of truth we know as Spirit. I am knowing that in each and every moment we awaken in joy and we live each day in gratitude, living in partnership with the One, preparing for a better and better tomorrow. in deep gratitude for our time together this morning, our amazing center, and all gathered here. I am so thankful. And I release this word, and so it is. Thank you. After the service, if you'd like a handout on the affirmations and my steps, I'll have them at the info desk. Again, thank you.
Okay, I invite us all to take a nice deep breath, breathing in, let out a big sigh. And thank you very much, Reverend Siota, for that beautiful message. We use our breath to help us to transition to our practice of spiritual circulation at the center. And we're very grateful for all of the gifts that this community shares. It's quite inspiring to be up here and to witness all that this community gives, from the volunteering to the presence, just being here on Sunday, and the financial contributions. And if you'd like to help support our community financially, there's a number of ways that you can give. The first is you can go on our website, cslsr.org/donate, to give online. We also have text to give that's very fast and easy to use. And today we will pass the basket. So I invite our ushers to stand, and I invite you to hold your gift close to your heart and repeat after me. I bless my gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. It does wonderful work in the world. And so it is. Ushers, please receive the gift.
Open my mind to the freedom of choice, Spirit.
Thank you again for all of the gifts that you share. And thanks again to Lawrence Edward for being our lead vocalist today. And Fran and Brett and Nick, Fran on those incredible keys. Thank you all. So it is time to find out what is going on in our community. Now, if you would like to learn how you can live an inspired life that is inspired by spiritual principle, then the Essential Ernest Holmes is for you. Each week, we discuss Ernest Holmes' most important writings so that we can learn how to put them to work. We engage in powerful spiritual practices like spiritual mind treatment, guided meditations, all that are grounded in ideas that Ernest shares. So this masterclass will show you how you can live a life in a way that brings you joy, fulfillment, and purpose. So join us this week to explore the science of mind through the eyes of Ernest Holmes. That class begins this Thursday, July 31 at 4 p.m. And be sure to sign up today so that you receive the Zoom link and the class materials on time. Now, the movie Vanilla Sky is one of my favorite movies of all time. And there's a line that the character Sophia says in it. She says, "Every passing minute is a chance to turn it all around." And today, you have that chance to claim that minute in my workshop, Living Your Intention. Every vision I know benefits from my loving attention, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to re-up our vision for the rest of 2025. We're going to discover what maybe wants to change, and we're going to tune into spirit, that spirit within, and draw strength and wisdom to help make the way clear. So you'll also take home practical ideas that can help you to keep your vision alive for the rest of 2025. So come envision and meditate with me this afternoon and let this workshop be your chance to turn it all around. The workshop starts at 1 p.m. in Wagoner Hall, and you can register online. You can also register at the door. If you register at the door, just come a little bit early so that we have time to get you signed up. Now, here's a new class for you. Practitioner Elias Owens invites you to step into the quiet beauty of the present moment through the practice of writing haiku. A haiku is a short poem that's 3 lines long, and the syllables of each line follow a pattern, 5, 7, 5. And the gift of haiku is that it focuses our awareness on the thing that we're writing about in a way that helps us to connect to its essence. In this new class, The Spirit of Haiku, we're going to explore haiku as a way to awaken our senses and reconnect with nature. Inspired by the book Seeds from a Birch Tree by Clark Strand, we'll reflect on the spiritual roots of haiku and how it opens us to witnessing life as it is, moment by moment. Find your flow, break through blocks, and cultivate joy by sharing and exploring haiku in a supportive, curious space. And best of all, this class is for everyone. You don't need to be a poet to attend. You might become a poet after, though. So class starts Monday, August 18 at 6 p.m. And then mark your calendar. Sunday, August 10 is our next free new member class. So if you've ever wondered what membership means here at our center and how you might be able to join, this 2-hour class is for you. You can sign up online. And we have an education catalog at the info table on your way out, as well as on our website. It has all of our classes, all of our workshops. So please feel free to talk to me after class if you're interested in a class or if you're interested in a scholarship for the Essential Ernest Holmes. If you're watching online, send me an email, Russ, R-U-S-S, at CSLSR.org. Now, this next one is for the artists and crafters in our community. We invite you to participate in our new holiday art and craft fundraiser that is coming in December by donating your original high-quality work. To get started, pick up a donation form at our information desk in the social hall. You can also find that on our website. It includes all the details that you need to know as well as the contact information. And then it has a list of all of the Sundays that you can come in and donate your art. Today is one of those days. So if you're here in person or watching online, you can go home, grab your art, and bring it right in today for that second service. Now, this event is a fundraiser, and 100% of the proceeds will directly benefit our center. So I know that this event promises to be filled with gorgeous arts and crafts, and I'm really looking forward to see what we find. Now, if you have a nonprofit that you love that's making a difference in the world, please let us know. Nominate your favorite nonprofit for our center to support next year on our website. There's a link that's called Make a Difference, and if you click that, that'll give you the form where you can let us know who your favorite nonprofit is. And you have until August 3rd, 2025 to share that form with us. Now, disaster preparedness is very important. I think we know that here in Sonoma County. And Emergency Prep Help is a group that helps our seniors prepare for life-threatening emergencies. And they're sharing a free 2-part workshop with our center on Tuesday, August 5th and Tuesday, August 19th, where you'll learn how you can prepare for the worst. And also, you'll receive a free go bag with all of the emergency essentials. So this workshop, by the way, is open to everyone, not just seniors. And you can pick up a flyer at the info desk with some more info and sign up on our website. And please do sign up ahead of time for that. That tells them how many of the go bags that they'll need to bring to be able to support the event. Finally, I'm excited about this. Join me this Saturday at Annandale State Park for our August Spirit Walk. And that is at 9 a.m. this Saturday, August 2nd. We're going to walk the Spring Creek Trail at the Park Trail Drive entrance to the park and take in some beautiful canyon beauty. So sign up on our website, and then I'll know that you're coming, and I'll send you all of the details by email. All right. It is time for us to bring our service to a close. But before we do, if you are wanting to go a little bit deeper and find out what the Spirit within you wants for your life, I invite you to take advantage of our after-service prayer. If you're here in the sanctuary, you can go back to the white desk in the corner, and you'll be directed to one of our prayer practitioners who would love to pray for you. And if you're watching online, there's a link that you can follow for a free confidential prayer with one of our online practitioners. So please do take advantage of that. It's a really wonderful way to find your way into the experience of whatever it is that you desire, to shift your consciousness, to change your thinking. So please take advantage of that. Okay, I invite us all to stand as we are able and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I think it, I feel it, and I accept it. Just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Know with me that you are never alone, that Spirit is right where you are, that you have only to look within at any moment to know that you are guided, sustained, and inspired by a presence that expresses itself as you in this world. In deepest gratitude, let us live our lives accordingly so that in everything that we do and say and think, we honor this presence within. And so it is. Thank you for being with us today. I look forward to seeing you at our next Wednesday service, and let's close in song.
I know the joy of peace. I know gonna go get my glasses.